Alright guys, now we have nice kind of a scene here. This is our view from the camera. We can rotate and see from different angles, and then if we want to go to the camera view, we can press 0 on the numpad, or we go to this tilde key, which is, let me just turn on my sticky case, the tilde key, which is the key above the tab and next to 1, left to the 1, and then view camera, and it will go to the camera view always. So I showed you how to adjust your camera in the last video, and now we just see, okay, it's looking good. Now we want to put all the lights plus the plane into one folder. Let's go to our normal view, because here in the render view it could lag when we rotate, when we do some stuff. So we always work in our normal view. Just I will rotate and I will select this light, and this light. So let's go over the lights again. This here is our sunlight. It's sunlight with 1.5 strength, and it's our main light. It's lighting the most of our character. It's going from one side a little bit, but mostly from the front. Front one side, a little bit from the top. This is our fill light, which is in this case 66 watts, but it's a point light. But it could be, depending on your character, how big is it. If it's very big, for example, bigger than mine, like a relative size. For example, mine is, I don't know how many meters. Let's see, by the way, can we see how many meters is our character? Okay, his head is his head is 5 meters tall. So overall, he's like around 10 meters. So yeah, if your character is smaller, so 66 watts could be a lot. If it's bigger, 66 watts could be small amount, but whatever. And we have a rim light in the back, which is just an area light pointed at his back and making a little bit of a rim. And also we have a plane. So all those things plus the camera, I want to put them into a folder. So I will select them with shift clicking to select them, and then I will press M on the keyboard. M will move whatever you selected to a new collection or to existing collection. In this case, we will go to new collection and name this collection lights. Okay. And now this collection, which is basically a folder, will be here in the top right corner where all our meshes are. But it will be in the bottom, it will be called light. I don't know if in your case it will be in the bottom, but in my case it's in the bottom. And I will just disable the visibility of it because I don't want to see it, ever. But whatever, it doesn't, no, I just now don't need it. Now, let me tell you how this turntable thing will work. So, the turntable we will do by placing an empty object into the scene. It will be in the middle of the scene, which in this case will be in the middle of our rabbit's head. But doesn't matter. We will place it there. This will be an object which cannot be rendered. Definitely, it cannot be rendered, which is great for us. We can do the same with just a plain cube or something, but it's easier with this empty object. We will animate this empty object to rotate, to make a turntable, and then we will attach everything except for the lights and all the things that we have put in this folder. That's why I hidden them, because I don't want to attach them to this empty object. And then everything will start to rotate with this empty object, but the animation we will make only on the object, so it's great. Now, Shift A to select, to add an object, then go to empty and go to plane axis. Now this plane axis, if we press Alt Z to see what's happening here, the plane axis are inside his head, and they are just axis, you know, just orange axis, and that's it. This is our plane object. It looks like nothing, but whatever, it doesn't matter. We have it. It's here. We press N to see this item here, not in tool view or whatever. It's item, the top one, because we will work here in this rotation, and particularly in Z rotation, because we want to rotate only on Z axis. But I will get to that. Now I will expand a little bit the bottom. I'm expanding it just by clicking here on the edge and moving it up, just so you can see it better. Now this is our animation toolbar or whatever. It's the playback stuff, and now we have 250 frames. We don't want that much frames. I think we will be better with 108. So here in the right corner, I will just click on the 250 in the top, and the end, so the start will be 1, the end will be 108. Now, we are on frame number 0, for example, or 1. Let's go to 0. Usually I go to 0, I don't know why, but whatever. We have selected, make sure the empty object is selected, the only selected object is the empty object, and now what we want is to add a keyframe. So the keyframes are added by pressing the I key. So I is for insert keyframe. The idea is that this key, I usually don't use it, so I don't really remember this key every time. And every time I want to use this or to make a turntable animation, which is like once a few months, I go to YouTube and I write turntable in Blender. And then I watch a 5-minute video and I know how to do it. But I will show you now the same things that they show in those videos. So press I and then go to rotation here. Insert keyframe, rotation. So we inserted the rotation keyframe in frame 0. This will be 0 degrees rotation because it's the first. Okay, now we go to the middle, which is the 19th frame. We just move our thing here to the 19th frame. Just grab it and move it. 90. Now here we want this to be 108. So I write in the Z here in the item, when in the menu with N, the transform menu, I go to 180 on the Z. Okay, now I have to insert a keyframe because if I just leave it like this and move the animation stuff in the bottom, I will lose it. So I will press I and I will press I here in the top and then rotation. If you press I here in the bottom, something else will happen. So pressing I only in the working area. Now we have a keyframe. You see this kind of orange thing just appeared here. And now if we move our animation cursor between the 0 and 90, you will see it's rotating. But after that, it doesn't, because we don't have a keyframe in the 180. So I go to 180 and I just write here 360, because this is a full rotation. And now I will press I here in the top, press I, rotation, and now we have the whole rotation. If I go to the 0 frame, press spacebar, it will start to rotate. But you will notice that it's rotating in normal speed, but when it gets to the end, it's starting to slow down, and from the 0, it's starting to speed up until it goes to speed, and then at the end, you see, it's slowing down, which I don't want. How to fix that? So, if your keyframes are selected, they will be orange. If they're not selected, if I click away from them, just click somewhere here in the bottom, they will be deselected. But we want them to be selected, so I will just grab like this, all of them, 3, and select them. And then I will right click and handle type is V, vector. So what I want here, the handle type now, the curve of those, it looks a little bit curvy. It looks curvy. We want it to be straight. So everything will be loopable and nothing will slow down or something. It will be just one continuous animation. That's what we want, and that's what we will do. How? I will show you. We will go right click, handle type, which is V, the key V. You can just press V, handle type, vector. You need vector. So press it, and now when we go to 0 and start our animation, it will be absolutely the same, and it will loop, it will never slow down, everything will be just amazing. Now we have our animation, and we need Alt-Z, we need to apply it to our object. So where is our empty? I want to select it. So empty, I find it here. No, this one. What is this? This is another one. We don't want this. We want our empty. It's here. Okay. I select it. Then shift select everything else. So now the empty with Alt-Z, I can see that the empty is with a little bit lighter color, which is great because that's what we need. And then I press right click, parent object. So right click. After we select everything, make sure the empty, especially here also in the top right, you see empty is with a little bit lighter orange color than the rest, which is great. Now right click, parent, object. And now all the objects will be parented to the empty, and when we press spacebar, everything will rotate. Now we want to render this as an animation with transparent background, which is great, and we will do it because it's easy. Now Alt-Z, and we go to, I will just put it down, then go to the tilde key, view camera to see it from the camera, go to the render and turn on my lights and everything. Amazing stuff, very nice. Now we go to this output properties here in the right. You see output properties, this window, not the render stuff, but the output properties. In here you see resolution, you see aspect ratio, you see a lot of things. So we can do this. We can go here and type 200. So it will be 200%. But I usually don't do this. I usually go here and press 3000 here, and for the Y I press 2000 because I need it to be a bigger resolution in order for me to put it in After Effects, and then I can zoom in a little bit because usually I make my videos, the promo video, I make it at Full HD, which is the default resolution. It was here, but now I made it bigger, almost double, but not exactly double, but whatever. Now if we try to render now animation, it will start rendering the animation, but it will save each frame as a PNG in the temp file. So if we click here on this file, we will see a lot of PNGs here because I have done that, which you don't exactly want. You can do this. You can then put all the PNGs into After Effects, and After Effects will make it as a movie, which is okay. I mean, can be done. But I usually don't want to do this. First, I will go to this file and select my promo folder where I want it to be. Accept. Okay. Now, what I want is here to select some file format. You can select BMP, JPEG, whatever. By default it's PNG. But we want FFmpeg video. So the last one I selected. Now I go to encoding, and here we have to change the container and the video codec. After we change the video codec, here the color will appear one more option, which is the option we want. Now if we make the render, it will render the video, but it will not be with transparent background. It will be with RGB. We need RGBA to have transparent background. So we go to here, where is the container is Matroshka, and go to QuickTime. Matroshka. Matroshka is a Russian doll, which goes inside another one, inside another one, inside the littlest one is like this, and the biggest one is like this, and they are like inside each other. Whatever. So we go to QuickTime, which is the Apple one, and then we go to the video codec and go with the fourth one from the top down. Qt RLA, Qt animation. We go there, and voila, we have this RGBA already, and we select it. And now if we render, it will be with transparent background. I already have rendered because my computer just gave up when I started to put the thing in After Effects. I will save this as, let's save it as 23. Why not? And we can go again to try to put it in our yeah, now you have to just go to render and render animation, and it will start render. In my case, it takes around less than 5 minutes to render the whole animation. In your case, if you are with slower computer, maybe it takes like 10 minutes or so, but probably it shouldn't be more than that. So let's go to After Effects and try to put our file into there. You have to, of course, know where you save it. In this case, I know where I save it because I put it into the folder. Now I open After Effects. Let's wait a little bit. New composition. And hopefully After Effects will not stale my computer again, because it has done it just before. So yeah, I will just drag and put it here, and it's okay, it's here. Now I will drag it down to the working area, and if I press spacebar, it should rotate. It's cool, right? It's looking good. Now I want to see the transparency, because now we cannot see it's transparent. So I will put my background here, and it happens. I will just a background, you know, just a simple background that I use. I will make it bigger, and now you see whatever background we put, it will be okay behind this background. Looking okay. It's looping strangely, which is not exactly perfect, but it should work at some point. Yeah, it's working. As we can see, it's working kind of flawlessly. So that's it. You just put it here, put the background, and then save it as you can. Usually how I save it is go to composition and out to Adobe Media Encoder QE or Q. And then from the Adobe Media Encoder, I just render it from there. Usually that's how I export it from here. But of course, After Effects is kind of a complex software. I didn't want to put you into this position, but I just wanted to show how I do my things usually. This is of course a bigger resolution. This is 3000 to 2000. You can go to composition and composition settings and change it to Full HD from here, and then do some other stuff, but that's not what we exactly want. So this will be it for now, for this course. Of course I have other courses, but I will tell you about them in the next video, which is the goodbye video, and that will be it. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.